Yes, we are back. Tactical Red. This is Tactical United, and we're in top three. We're playing Europa League on Wednesday. Today's Monday, so it's a brand new week, brand new track. Let's do it. We've got a few things to discuss, like Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, Sancho, Man United's other potential new signings. Yeah, man. Let's take it from the top. Then we have on Wednesday we have Robert. I can't even speak. We have a Europa League match against Lask, which is in the bag already because we're 5-0 ahead. So that just gets put to the side, and then we play either Copenhagen or Besiktas from Turkey, which a lot of people may not know, but I do because I study European football, world football really. I'm not saying I'm an expert, but I know the players that they have. I know what type of team they've been for the last 2-3 years. They've rose up for the last 2-3 years. Like being up there with Galatasaray and Fenerbahce, been better than them, more consistent than them really the last couple of years anyway. And they're a good team. They got Demba Ba as a striker. He's 35 now, so I don't really think he's going to really affect us too much if we get them, which it looks like we're going to get them because they're 1-0 ahead. But yeah, man, we should go through. We should go to the semi-finals, and then we should see where we can go from semi-finals onwards. It's going to be an interesting one. And we're going to get Sancho. Apparently, Sky Sports are saying that Sancho has agreed terms. Now, if you're in the know, like most Man United fans are, because we're Man United fans and we're always in the know with our club, we know that the terms have been agreed from day one. We know Sancho wants to come to Man United from day one. Like, it's all about that price tag. Yeah? All about the price tag. Anyway, it's all about that. And Dortmund won 120 million euros, which is equivalent to, I think, 110 pounds. I think we're going to give them 100. I think we're getting for 100. And apparently they're happy to take installments. And Mr. Ed Stallmans would love his Ed Stallmans to go through because Ed Stallmans loves it. Ed Woodward loves the Ed Stallmans. So, you know, he would stretch that out 5 years. He'll do a Pepe on man. Do you know what I mean? So he's there. He's in the bag there in the bag, there in the bag. And because it's Corona, like everyone's got to take installments now anyway. It's Corona. It's COVID. Like, it's all about those COVID installments. Like, I can't pay you. It's COVID. You know what I mean? Oh yeah, that £20 I owe you, I can't pay you. It's COVID. That £200 I owe you, I can't pay you. It's COVID. You got to take £10 a week. It's COVID. Come on now, everyone's been dropping there, man. So, you know, we're going to do the same thing. And Sancho on that right looks lovely. He looks lovely on that right. He makes that right look all right. Even though Greenwood makes that right look pepper. Sancho, even on the left all right. Here, left all right. It doesn't matter. It's still going to be end product. It's still going to be goals and assists. It's still going to be techers. It's still going to be dribbling. Like, it's still going to be a high level signing. His numbers are world class. Like, Sancho's numbers are world class. Let's not forget that. Like, people think, oh, Sancho is not worth that. His numbers are world class. If Werner or another player was doing that, people would be like, yeah, spend that money. But Sancho's been doing it from under 17s. Like, he basically pushed England through the World Cup. Like, through the first 4 games, he was the best player for England by a mile. So Sancho is not to be ignored, and we're gonna get him. Apparently, we're in for this Leo defender too. I haven't seen him. I'm not gonna lie to you. I've heard about him before, known about him, but I have not seen him. So I'm not gonna judge him. If we are in for him, obviously it's a scout thing because we know Ollie doesn't know anything but British. Like, anything. Ollie doesn't know anything but what he knows. Like if he's come across it, then he knows it. If he hasn't come across it, he won't know it. That's how he is. Or if someone's told him. Like, he can't. It's not Ollie. Like, Ollie will probably look at the videos, might think maybe. Like, we need to do these types of signings as Man United. We need to do these cheap foreign signings because we can't be splashing 80, 50 every time, every year. Like, I don't care about the money. But for me, it's not good to be like that. Sometimes you got to be shrewd in the market. So Fergie was very shrewd. And, you know, we've got to be shrewd in that market. Very shrewd. So, yeah, we're going to see about this defender. I mean, personally, like, I'm looking at like players that need to go, and you know what? I'm sick of. I'm sick of it. I'm seeing it on Instagram all the time. Lingard keeps hanging around with Greenwood and Bradley Williams all the time. You see pictures with Lingard and Greenwood. I'm like, get Lingard away from Greenwood. Get him away from Greenwood. Because when Lingard was around Rashford, Rashford was playing Trashford. When Lingard was around Rashford, he was Trashford. I don't want Lingard around Greenwood, bringing him into his mess, bringing him into his noise. Like, Lingard is clinging on to his Man United career so desperately. Like, desperately clinging onto his Man United career because no one likes him except Oli for somehow. I guarantee any other manager, he'll be out of that door. That door, see that door over there? He'll be gone. Gone from that door. Are you mad? Lingard. Like, Lingard needs to go. Like, I'm sick of Lingard. Jones, I swear Jones is like a cockroach. He can survive anything. Any manager, he's still there. Like, let's not forget Oli gave him that contract for 5 years last year. Let's not forget. Let's not forget. Because I don't. 5 years. Oli gave him a 5-year contract. 5 years. Jones. He called him Jonah. Jonah. And after, he only stopped playing him when he started saying that thing to Ed Woodward in the crowd. Then he hasn't played a game, or hardly played since then. Maybe 1 or 2 games max, but he's always injured anyway. So he needs to go. Jones. Pereira. Oli gave him a contract too. Let's not forget. Let's not forget. Oli gave this guy a contract, and nah, just no. So he needs to go. Obviously, we're gonna sell Sanchez. Hopefully, Inter Milan will take him. I swear, I hope. Please take him. Please, 10 million. I would take 10 million. I heard that we rejected 10 million for a loan deal. 50-50 on that. But, you know, we need to get rid of Sanchez. We need to get rid of... Smalling will go for some money too, so we're going to get some money for Smalling. We need to sell Fred, I believe, because I like Fred, don't get me wrong, but he has no role at Man United. He doesn't. Like, when I see him play, I'm like, he's good, but he's a squad player, yeah, but no. Like, I don't want him in my team. Like, he's not going to be happy on the bench because, like, he's not. He won't be happy on that bench. He won't. He won't. Like, he won't be. And Solskjaer can't make him happy. So, I would take 30 mil from Fred for Fred right now. Like, we could use that for Grealish. At least Grealish will push for first team. Fred is never pushing for first team. We need our bench to be pushing for the first team. For Bruno Fernandes, for Pogba. I don't care. Like, I'm not like these Man United fans who have their favourites and anyone is droppable except Greenwood. I'm joking. Everyone is droppable. Everyone is droppable, but I don't drop world-class players. Martial and Greenwood are droppable, in my opinion. Like, they're the only 2 players. I mean, Greenwood should be rotated, don't get me wrong, he's young still. But Martial is the only player, in my opinion, that is not droppable because he's the only one who I can see out on that pitch who's actually world-class. Like, he's the only one. And Greenwood, obviously, is potentially world-class, if not world-class already. So, you know, everyone else is droppable. Like, you know, if you don't perform for 3, 4, 5 games, like maybe Bruno Fernandes as well. The only reason with Bruno Fernandes is because he will score or assist. So you can't really drop a guy like that. But if he gets injured, you got Grealish there too. Like, Pogba's inconsistent. Rashford's inconsistent. Matic inconsistent. The back is inconsistent. Luke Shaw isn't droppable. Luke Shaw isn't droppable too. I think Luke Shaw has proven himself in the last year to show that he is actually up there and he's good enough to play for Man United, and not just good enough that he's exceed in defensively. He's amazing. I think Wan-Bissaka. I think like when I looked at Fosu Mensah, he looked like he could give Wan-Bissaka a run for his money with a run of games. I'm not gonna lie. Wan-Bissaka's good. Don't get me wrong, but attacking wise, he's not all that. So, you know, droppable. Do you get what I'm saying? But so we need to get some funds. You know who I want? I want Sancho and Grealish, 100%. If we can get a defender as well, that'd be good. But I still personally think we need a CDM more than a defender because I just think Matic's legs are going to go. So I think we need a CDM more. And, you know, Oli gave him a 3-year contract again. You know, obviously, like, you know, 32, 3-year contract. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's only got 1 year left in my eyes. But 3-year contract, 2 to 3 year contract. I don't know what's going on with this guy. He's giving out contracts and people blame the board. But this is the board that wasn't giving contract to no one. And then as soon as Oli comes, they were giving contract to anyone. But people are still blaming the board. This is what I'm saying. Like, people just have their own stupid agendas. Like, it's not the board making these decisions. The board, Ed Woodward has allowed Ole Gunnar Solskjaer to make these decisions for Manchester United. And it's so clear to see that. It's very, very clear to see that Ole is in charge of these decisions. There's no doubt. There is no doubt. Ole's even said it, and people still blame the board. But, you know, everyone has their own agenda. People may think I have an Ole agenda. I don't have an Ole agenda. I wasn't Ole out when we was winning every game. But at the end of the season, he was lucky to get third. Let's be honest. We had the same amount of points last season, and he spent 200 million. What does that tell you? What does that actually tell you? That tells you that we haven't improved technically. Yeah, we've got players, but what have we improved as a team? Performance? We're still inconsistent. We looked shaky against Leicester. Leicester team that was depleted. Like, I'm not getting excited about that win. That win was, it might boost their confidence, but tactically we're poor. Tactically, we don't play well. We don't press well. We don't pass the ball well. We don't have any movement. We don't have any patterns of play. This is all down to the coaching and what's happening on behind the scenes. Like, nothing is happening behind the scenes. We're just relying on individual talent. And it's going to be like that until Ole goes. That's what you've made that fancy to accept. Like, when you guys are blaming all the players, oh, he's not playing well because the system doesn't help them. Other managers, Pep, Klopp, the system helps the players perform better. Ole's relying on the players solely. Like, I'm telling you, our players are way better than what they're producing right now. And if they had a proper system manager, believe we would be a higher level, one level higher than we are already, and than we are right now. So, you know, next season, what I see happening next season is this. What I want to happen, what should happen as a Man United fan and a Man United as a club as the size of Manchester United, what should actually happen is that we should be challenging for that title. We should be going for that Premier League title. We finished third. Like, you know, yeah, Liverpool and Man City are way ahead of us, but we finished the rest top of the pack of the rest of them. And we should be closing that gap, getting closer to City and Liverpool and trying to win it. We should be trying to win it. We should be going out trying to win it. I'm not saying that we should win it, but we should be trying to win it. Like, if we're gonna sign Sancho and maybe another player, and that should be enough to have a title challenge with the players that we have. If we don't have a title challenge, if we just finish fourth or third, or, like, you know, maybe out, if we finish out the top four, he's gone anyway. We know that. But we definitely want a title challenge. We want a title challenge with that team. I don't see it happening with Ole. Like, but Ole, like, the team, I don't know. He's a lucky manager. One thing about Ole, he's a lucky manager. It all goes for him. Everything that happens goes for him. Honestly, how many penalties did we have this season? It's a record. A record penalty season. Like, the break where we had that break. You know, I mean, I don't think we would have done what we done if we wouldn't have got top four if we had Europa League and this Premier League. We wouldn't have got top four. We wouldn't have. The players would have been knackered. So, you know, everything's gone in his favour. No real injuries. Everything's gone in his favour. Let's be honest. Like, I can't see that happening again in another season. So, you know, let's see what happens. Let's see who we sign. Let's see what happens in the future. And with the Europa League, if we win it, I'll be surprised because there's a few good teams. It's there, Inter Milan, Roma, Sevilla, and Olympiacos are very good too. So there's a few good teams in there, and I'm not saying it's not in the bag. It's not in the bag. The Europa League is not in the bag. Believe that. Like, Inter are dangerous. Like, they finished second in Serie A. They look very dangerous. Lukaku is going to be hungry to score against us. Hungry to shut down Ole. Hungry. Like, there's no doubt about it. So it's going to be an interesting one. But, you know, this whole season, it's been a good season overall. If we win Europa, it's going to be an excellent season. I'm not going to lie. And you have to give credit to the manager regardless of what the circumstances are. But next season is going to be a real test. The signings hopefully should work. Hopefully we get Sancho over the line and either the defender or Grealish. I can't see us signing Grealish due to the price tag, but we will see. I am tactical red. Tactics.